Hello, beautiful souls, sacred beings. So there's a message coming through around the adjustment that's happening at the moment. And this is a really multi-dimensional message. So it could be the adjustment of our own consciousness to deal with certain situations. But it's also the adjustment that I'm feeling between, or maybe the difference between maybe traditional religion as such, like old spirituality, the way that spirituality has always been felt, taught, experienced, right? And then, I don't like calling it new, true spirituality. Okay, it's not this new age thing. I don't subscribe to that. This is true, grounded spirituality, what that is in actualization. A shift in consciousness or perception, how it's felt in experience and how God is felt. So it's always been, it's like religion's God, it's love, right? But then that's so conditioned, there's a lot of attachments, it's not necessarily true, organic, because now it's essentially consciousness itself, spirituality, what's coming through, it's truth. It's actually truth. So it's a movement away from what could be deemed as, or just being love, to the presence of truth. And it's a different vibration, because what's happened with love, to be loving, to be compassionate, actually there's been a lot of distortions with that. And in the process of, there's a lot of religions, societies, establishments that claim to uphold a spirituality or a concept, but it's a concept, the concept of love. We're loving. A lot of good societies and groups are very loving and they do a lot of good in this world, but in that concept or in the actualization of that kind of religion or spirituality as love, there's actually been a lot of distortion. Look at all the paedophilia in the Catholic Church, right? So under the guise of that kind of expression of religion, spirituality, love, there's a lot of distortion, right? Think about the difference of bringing truth into a situation that claims to be loving, that I'm sure was in its organic conception. What's happening now, the frequency of new, true, actual, real spirituality, it's actually truth. It's actually truth that's coming through now. And truth, it's a bit too close to the bone for a lot of people. A lot of very loving people, yeah, they're very loving and they intend well, they mean well. Actually, when you bring raw, transparent truth to a situation, it's very unpalatable for a lot of people. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable. But that's what's happening. And it's what's necessary. So actually now, I'm not speaking into love very much anymore. And when I do, I break it down. What are the qualities of love? What does it look like in action? Rather than talking about a concept or something that can be distorted, misunderstood, and made into something that it isn't. A lot of people don't even know. They've never actually felt the qualities of love. They've never had true love. They've never been cared for, truly. Never been respected. Never been accepted. People claim to love, but they don't accept. They don't respect. They're not tender. They're not caring. So they're not actually showing any love. It's just a word. So I'm done with that now. People talk to me about love. I'm like, show me what you mean. Show me in action. Is it real? And actually, a part of safety, a true aspect of safety and love, is truth, transparency, the strength, the willingness to be true, to speak truth, to hold the frequency of truth. That's very uncomfortable for a lot of people, but that's what's happening here. And that's the message that wants to come through today. The true Christ consciousness, never mind religion, structures, societies, all this stuff. The frequency, the true spirituality, the consciousness, that is essentially what God is, what religion is, what everything is. It's all consciousness. Whatever body it inhabits, whatever it ends up being, it's all about consciousness itself. The frequency of that and what's needed in this world, what cuts through everything, and what this is all about. People talk about Christ consciousness. A lot of people in the spiritual community completely misunderstood this. They've gone back to religion. They've gone back to some structure of Christ being, of Yeshua. It's all about the person, the archetype of Christ himself in that life, embodied in that lifetime as Christ. Missing the point. It's a consciousness, a frequency that's available through everybody, not through some structure or external person or religion or anything. It's a consciousness, a frequency that's available to anybody who can embody the truth in any given moment, any given relationship, any given situation. And that's the frequency of Christ. That's the Christ consciousness here that's being asked to be brought through into this world, because where there is truth, where there is no bullshit, there is protection, there is safety. This is how we protect children. This is how we create a world with a stable foundation for true love, unconditional consciousness. That's what love is. It's unconditional consciousness, not a concept, right? And that's what's being asked to come through. And I'm noticing how uncomfortable it is for people, how uncomfortable truth and true joy, which is the antidote to all darkness, is very, very uncomfortable for people who are unaware and unconscious of their own stuff in the darkness. They're hiding in the shadows. You know, when true seers, I'm a seer, people think they can say one thing to me, they think they can hide things. Well, it's not that they think they can, it's not even intentional. People have things hidden in their field, in their parts of themselves, in their mind, all hidden in here. Things that they don't even want to look at within themselves, don't want to admit is within them. The dark thoughts they think are hidden. Nothing is hidden anymore. Nothing. And this bright ray of truth consciousness is coming through the seers, the shamans, the light bearers. We carry this truth frequency which is cutting through all the darkness, cutting straight in like a laser into all the dark spaces to purge it out, so that we can then create from that clear, beautiful, transparent space where we can truly anchor the divine frequencies of God, of life, respect, dignity, equality, freedom. But before that, the truth has to come in, has to shine like a laser. It has to cut through everything that's been hidden, and it's very uncomfortable for some people, but that's what's happening. So wherever you're being asked through that deep consciousness within yourself, through your heart frequency that's coming through your conscience, it's coming through your instinct, your intuition. Where does it want to cut through? Cut through your own bullshit, cut through somebody else's, because there's no hiding anymore. There's no pretense, no masking. And as uncomfortable as it is, that's what's happening. And it's what's necessary also. And that is love. That is the truest, highest form of love. Shatukai, breathe these beautiful light codes. How blessed. I feel absolutely blessed this time of year to be experiencing the light in this way, the sun, the warmth. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm sending you so much love. Be true to you. Be true to yourself, because nothing outside of you. If we're running from ourselves, hiding from our true desires, what we truly desire and who we truly are, it's done, it's dead. I love you.